the register which was used to conduct our internal elections last year. For the avoidance of doubt, the register was meant to be a biometric one, which was meant to be a biometric one, did not meet the standards required to make it qualified to be a biometric register. NEC has therefore decided that we should adopt a manual process of capturing the names of members at all branches nationwide. We'll use a manual process to capture the names of members, registered members of our party nationwide. The national organizer will take us through the various steps and processes that we have developed when I finish. And we'll show you what we are going to use to capture the names. But it will be the basis for a future biometric register to be built by the party. I mean, what we are doing now, it is intended to restore the integrity of our register. And it will become the basis for the creation of a biometric register. And this we want to assure our members throughout the country at the grassroots that this process will have to be supported by everybody in the party. You have to go back to your roots. You have to register at a polling station, your branch office, for the branch to recognize that you are a member. And this is meant for members of the National Democratic Congress who participate in our activities at the branch. As the national chairman, I must register at my branch, Westlands Presbyterian Church branch of the NDC. If I don't register there, I will not be registered at the party headquarters. So it's important for every member of our party to believe that we are starting nowhere else, not in anybody's bedroom, not in anybody's conference room, but at the branch. A lot of our party members indeed were not happy with the registration exercise which took place last year, and that dissatisfaction cost us a lot, cost us the polls, you know, and so we have no option at all to discard the old register, and we will appeal to our party members whose activities did not make the old register succeed not to perpetuate those activities again. We will not entertain it. We will not forgive them. The new exercise is intended to revive the branches of the party and to emphasize to everybody that the branches are the most, and all party members who are desirous of having their names in the register must ensure that they identify with their branches and register at the branches. Indeed, NEC has also approved a timetable in December this year. Between November and December 2017. And after the registration, The last week of January 2018, we'll have branch elections. The last week of January 2018, we'll have branch elections. Then we'll have constituency elections on the 24th to the 25th of March 2018. Then we'll have regional youth, women, and zonal caucus elections between the 2nd and the 3rd of June 2018. Regional elections will be on the 9th and the 10th of June 2018. And we'll have the national youth, national women, and zonal caucus elections between the 13th and 14th of July 2018. We'll have national elections between the 27th and 29th of July 2018. That's our program for the elections. And from tomorrow, the 18th of October 2017, all national officers will join the Greater Accra Regional Executives to move across the length and breadth of the region to begin to engage the branches and educate members on the re-registration exercise. It will be important for members of our party in the Greater Accra region to make themselves available at the meetings that I will lead the national officers to all the constituencies and as many of the branches as possible, so we can clarify why the decisions and make sure that the way forward is clear to every member of the party. And that's why we are starting with Greater Accra. The moment we finish with Greater Accra, we will, in liaison with the regional officers in the other regions, the 9 regions, pursue a program to visit all the regions as national officers with the regional officers, the constituency officers, and the branch officers to have similar interaction. The teams will move into all the 9 regions simultaneously. So it means that for the Greater Accra one, we're all moving constituency to constituency, branch to branch. But for the rest of the regions, we'll break into teams. So we'll expedite work in terms of the grassroots interaction. That's the program that I have announced. And I'd like to end here so that are we going to use the same process in asking everybody to vote? We haven't gotten there yet at all. NEC will decide what to do after the registration, because that authority rests with NEC. NEC has not gone beyond scrapping of this and say go and do the manual registration. That's all. But we have said that the NEC decision to scrap off the biometric register was because members of the party across the length of and breadth of the country have realized that there were lots and lots of abuses. Quite a number of our people were disenfranchised, and we want to hold the bull by the horn. We are saying no more. We want to welcome all our members who felt disenfranchised and who did not turn out to vote as part of the reasons of our loss of the 2016 election. So it's only good that as leaders we address this problem and say we are going to do a manual registration for now. And my friend was asking whether it will create more problems. I'm sure if the national organizer briefs, you see that is a very simple thing to do. Even for the so-called biometric, those manual capture of the details of members of the party. And so we are doing a similar thing, but in a most refined way. The manual thing we are doing now is to prepare for the biometric registration in the future. So it should be clear, there will be no problem. The biometric registration is preceded by manual data capture. We are doing a manual data capture now, but we have improved that manual data capture. That must be clear. So the problem with the old register that you want to know is that it captured data which did not make it transparent. The effort to capture data rather, led to the loss of credibility of the register and integrity. So we have answered your questions.